phone and I kicked myself off the live chat. How is everybody? There we go. Corpus Christi. Okay, Susie here. Hope you get back on. I'm back here. Here I am. I'm here. Am I here? I'm here. I'm here, you all. Well, yeah. No, you know what do you mean? Is my live not working now? No, I put it on and I was talking to somebody on the phone and then it was recording the conversation. I'm like, no, I'm going to shut that down. Oh, there, Australia. It's morning time for you guys. How's it going in Australia? Is it good? Okay, Denver. We've got a bunch. Oh, it just went by really fast. Oh, that was effed up. Palm Springs. What was effed up? No, I shut it down. Palm Springs. I love Palm Springs. I did the Amy Winehouse video, didn't I? What happened to it? I get so confused. I'm going to look here and see. Hi, you guys. Okay. New York City. How's it going there? How's it going in New York? I'm going to look and see. Is Amy Winehouse video missing or is it up? Burlington, Ontario, Oklahoma. Hey, darling, Oklahoma. That's so exciting. Oklahoma. I haven't been to Oklahoma that I'm aware of. Okay, Houston, Connecticut. Hola. Yeah, Connecticut. I like Connecticut. It's good. Yeah, my eyeshadow. You know, part of this is weird. Anyway, I was mixing it and I went light, dark, and then I just threw more purple on because it works that way for me. Arizona. Oh my goodness. How fun. How fun. I'm going to look for my Amy Winehouse video. Vegas. Good day. Corpus Christi. There we go. Let's look for Amy Winehouse. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have that video. I don't know where it would go, but you know, they kind of just remove stuff off sometimes. Amy Winehouse. Let's look. She's a good singer, huh? But she got totally London, Ontario. I'm going to tell you the story again. I went to private school in St. Thomas, next big city, London, Ontario. Justin Bieber's hometown. London, Ontario. Didn't know that, did you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Exactly. Oh, Scarborough. Know it well, of course. Arizona. You really miss Amy Winehouse. Yeah, she was a very good singer. She was actually really kind of a cool girl, singer, and her whole style was very, very interesting. And yeah, that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate for her that she passed due to alcoholism and basic spirit possession kind of thing. That was very upsetting, really. I'm looking to see if I can find Amy Winehouse here while I'm doing that. Yeah, she really had a very distinct, unique voice, didn't she? Melbourne, Australia. I just finished watching, Rascal and I last night. Yeah, little Rascal pants. Rascal was good. She gets super cute. Okay, I've got Freddie. I'm like trying to look. Okay, let me put it, I'm going to put my name in and see if I can catch it. Can't find the video either, but I know they removed my Mac Miller video, New Jersey. Oh no, here it is. I got it. It's on my channel. It's on my channel. Here it is. Yeah, I got Amy Winehouse. I should have done Chris Cornell yesterday because it was a year, didn't he pass away on the 17th of May, I think? I forget. But yeah, Mac Miller, I did that one too. Tennessee, Alabama. Have we all reincarnated? I don't have a clue. I have mixed opinions of reincarnation. She had a very unique voice. But you know what's so interesting? This is what I found so interesting about the entertainment industry, and it's so interesting. Yeah, I should repost. Newmarket. Oh my God, Newmarket. How funny. There you are, crazy Brit. You know that. I went to Huron Heights in Newmarket, and I was at the group home. Can't remember the name of the street. I forget it every time. Anyway, yeah, that's where I went to school. Philadelphia. I mean, I was kicked out. I didn't really go to school, but that's the last school I attended was there. Hi, you guys. Ontario. I know. We need to free you guys. Idaho. We need to free you from Ontario for sure. Yeah. Amy Winehouse video. Okay, there you go. I just found it. I thought you guys were saying it was like kicked off or taken off or whatever. Yeah, me and Rascal. Yeah, I did the psychic video just to put that up there, because people keep asking, so I was trying to like bring that up. Yeah, well, that's what I hear too. But anyway, I was just trying to answer some of the questions. So that's what I was trying to do. And then, oh yeah, I was going to say, what about the entertainment? Well, I watched the Halston TV show. I completely forgot who he was. Halston, the designer from the 60s and 70s, okay? And then in the 80s and da 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 da. But it was really interesting because he signed a deal with a businessman and basically gave away his name. He gave away his name, and that was his one regret. I hated his perfume. He seemed to be in love with his perfume, according to the TV show. But who the hell knows, right? I mean, they probably took creative license, right? What about kids' upcoming tax credit for? Wait, what about the upcoming tax credit for kids in June? I have no idea. I haven't even heard about that. But anyway, the Halston, yes, it's Halston. Yeah, I can't ever say it right. Halston, whatever his name is, him, Halston, right? Anyway, he was saying his name was taken and he regretted it, but he made a shit ton of money. But he said in the end it wasn't worth it because he paid twice as much to get his name back. Maybe it's Halston. Yes, he did design Cher. I didn't mind, actually, I remembered, I didn't mind like how simple his dresses were because I hate those, no offense to anyone who does it, but those women that wear all that foofy stuff in the front of their, like under their chins, foofy all the way down, like puffy sleeves from Seinfeld. I can't handle that. Oh, there you go. River Road. How interesting. Yeah, I can't handle like the puffy sleeves or, you remember that in Seinfeld? I just can't. It's like smothering and it's like puritanical or something. I don't know. It's trying to give off that image, I wonder what Cher's energy is like. Well, I think we know what. Oh, San Diego, you pirate shirt. He's like, no, I didn't put my, remember she was a low talker and Jerry says, the George Ruffles. I can't stand them. He did the line with JC Penney's, right? But I can't stand the low talkers, right? Anyway. Oh, thank you. Am I on your big TV? Uh-oh. Yeah, well, there you go. I love Amy Winehouse. I found it crazy. Oh my gosh, I just missed that. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to be a pirate. Seinfeld, that was the best. Wasn't that the best? The best, right? Puffy shirt, only sexy on Jamie from, yes, right? But that's the time period. That's correct. If you show up right now wearing a puffy shirt, it's like, oh yeah, no, right? So, yep, these are my Guess Outlet shades. And why do I wear them? Because they are inexpensive, $39 or $35. They are blue and they are aviators, and I wear them running and I wear them out in my day-to-day life. I can't spend a lot of money on sunglasses because I lose them, I break them, I sit on them. Now I love a good pirate shirt. Exactly. Shoulder pads yeah. Well, shoulder pads were good for me because I literally have no shoulders, but yeah, I can't do, sometimes those women do puffy shirts like all under their chin. I don't know, when was that a style? Like maybe, I think it might have been in the 60s too. I don't know. I can't handle it. Yep, Amy's 10. Can you believe that? I only wear cheap sunglasses. Oh, I break them. I sit on them. I step on them. I like to keep a pair in the car and to keep a pair like there. Anxiety with ruffles. Yeah. You can be over Amy's death. I mean, yeah, it's difficult. No puffy shirts. Remember? And then they gave them all to the homeless outside the back of NBC. And all of the homeless were out there wearing the puffy shirts. Do you remember? Exactly. Like bandolero sleeves. Yeah, those look okay on some people. Like the little tops that go across the boobs and the sleeves. But to me, I don't know. I don't suit that kind of clothing. Oh my God. There you go. Let's see. Richard Surrett was guest hosting and played Laura Cole, I believe. Oh my God. Okay. I don't even know. I have to look at Richard's show. I haven't looked at it. Hello from Toronto. I go through sunglasses like some kind of crazy sunglass snatcher, really. Hi, Jana. How are you? Amy part 2. Okay, there's another Anthony. Are you Italian Anthony from Toronto as well? Because we have a bunch of them on this channel. I seem to pull in the Italian Anthonys from the other country of Canada. 444 in the house. 444 in the house. Oh my gosh. How are you guys? Mojo Designs. Yes, I love you right back. Very good. Okay, Mexico. Yeah, okay. Oops, it's gone up now. It did. Lorraine Warren wore a puffy shirt under the chin. Yeah, I can't. I'm just like, what the hell is that? Windsor, Ontario. Remember the Windsor Bridge? I do. Remember it used to leak? I do. Did Mercury conjunct Neptune? Mercury does, but happy birthday to your husband. How nice. You love Italian men. We just collect them on this channel because they're all trying to escape from Canada. It's a great exodus from the Great White North, okay? So, Robert Plant, any stories? I wish. I wish. I have his picture back there signed by the photographer that took it right up there, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant. I have that up there above Keithy, but I just missed that. Thunder Bay, excellent. There you go. Chinaida, Manitoba. Yes, I call it Cuba. Canada's Cuba. That's what I call it. Okay, so there you go. I have an Italian man. He might be trying to escape. Well, no, they're all, I mean, like, Anthony, Curious George, that's what he's known on, is here, is talking about there's Kelowna, talking about the lockdowns in Ontario, for real. So there's a lot of Yummy Robert Plant, Australia. Hi, I'm back from graduation. Excellent. I don't know what you graduated from, but bravo. Fettuccine, right? You can always have fettuccine. I know, right? Well, you can have fettuccine, but I'm calling him Tony Fettuccine. You know who I'm talking about? That guy, Tony Fettuccine. Remember? My husband is Italian in Toronto. We'll give him for free. 500 days of lockdown. Oh my God. My face is exploding. What is that? Yeah, that's right. Crack is whack. Whitney said that, and then they murdered her. And then that's it. Dr. Fettuccine, dying in India. Yeah, I don't understand. I'm going to tell you something. Deanna and I were talking about India. We were talking about the people, and what if in India they unleashed something else on the population in India? Like, what if that's something else and not what's here? Okay, so what if that's something else that's like a genocidal thing? Like, put something in the drinking water and everybody gets sick from it, or put something wherever and everybody gets sick, right? Like genocide, but through the water, through something like that. I'm wondering if that's what it is, because it might be that too. It might be the five phone thing. But I'm actually wondering that because I don't know why it's like that in India. I mean, the country is the way it is, but okay. First of all, India has a lot of people, right? They have a lot of people. Yeah. Oh, they could be. That's what I'm saying, because they're throwing them in the river. So I did Brittany Murphy's video. They're throwing them in the river. So when you throw people in the river, you don't really know what they died of, because there's no room, because it's a very over-congested country. But it is a group of people. They are Indians, right? They probably infected people on purpose. Yeah, something's going on there, but they're not even autopsying them. So we don't really know, because they're putting them in the river and they're setting them on fire. But I heard this. Yes, sick with black mold. So where's that coming from? Where is poisoning water? That's what went through my head. Crocodiles. I can't even think about it. But where is the black mold coming from in the whole country? Like, why is there black mold? I don't understand. So yeah, there's something else going on there. Yes, there's a shit ton of people. What do they have? Like, how many? Let's look up India. How many billions of people do they have? I can't remember the amount of people that they have in India. Let's look up. What about vitamin D3? They have too much or they have too little? Hi, Ashley. I saw you go by there. I want to look up India's population. India's population. Let's look it up, because I'm really not sure, okay, how many people. Yes, I know the Pluto return is February 2022. Right, they have arrested ministers for, I know, I heard about that in Canada. Okay, here's, as of 2019, they have 1.366 billion people in India. Oh my God, I'm getting a headache from that. That's a lot of people. China, I mean, hold on here. China has 1.398 billion. India has 1.366. So China has more than India, which I was unaware of. And the United States, we have 328 million as of 2019. So yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, I have no idea. But anyway, I just got a migraine from this. I can't. I just got a migraine from it. I'm like, that's a hell of a lot of people. Yeah, billion, not million, billion, right? Billion. So that's a lot of people crammed in. And I'm sure they get all kinds of illnesses we don't get anyway. Billion. But China has more. They have 1.3966 and China has 1.398 or whatever. So they're like 20, like that. I took a headache pill. Yeah, I can't talk about the Pluto return yet because I haven't even really researched it. I just know it is the fall of the Roman Empire. That's what I do know. So it's, yeah, China has 1.398 billion. India has 1.366 billion. Between those two countries, that's a hell of a lot of people, right? I had black mold poisoning in a home I owned, sick for months, stuck in the house, finally got out. Okay, so when they say black mold, hello, when they say black mold poisoning, what do they mean? Black stuff comes like out of their ear, like tar out of their eyes? Is that what they feel? Or, I mean, what is it they're saying? Yeah, the fall of the Roman Empire. That is what a Pluto return is. That's when the Roman Empire fell. So we have, black mold doesn't even sound good. No, I'm wondering, like, what is that from? Please do a reading on Haley Cummings if she, oh, poor baby girl. Yeah, I don't know. So symptoms from breathing in the spores. Okay. But where do the spores come from? Like, did they come from shit in your walls, water? Does it come off the lake? Is it in the water you drink? Or did they throw them through the air and you just inhale the spores? I don't know how it works. And I don't know. Good. There's another Leo here, your lungs. But where is it? It comes from humidity. Okay. How about black gold? I don't know what that is. Tar. Oh, black gold is oil. Sorry, I forgot. Beverly Hillbillies. It's oil. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know what it is, but yeah, moisture. Okay. So that's a lot of people. Ventilated, water drenched woods. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense too. Thank you. Black mold is in the walls of a house from water damage. Okay, but I'm trying to figure out why India is having this problem. Like, how did they suddenly all just get sick? Black mold was accumulated in a cabin in the woods here. It takes time, but it will make you very ill. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Gives you breathing problem. Black molds made my body break out in hives. Oh my God. See, but this poor hygiene. Okay, I don't think they're all, I know what it is. You're right with the depopulation, but I don't think they're all poor hygiene in India. I mean, I meet a lot of Indian people and they seem fine here. Like, they come from India, they come here, they're, you know, they have cyclone. Maybe that's it. Cyclone India. Could be something's not right though. So why are they sick all of a sudden? They weren't sick all of a sudden, but sensitives cannot be around black mold. I don't think I'm around black mold, but I'm, again, trying to figure out why the hell India is going under because it's not making sense. I had COVID and black mold poisoning was so much worse. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I can believe that. I feel bad. The poverty is awful. They jabbed everybody. Okay, there you go. Okay, thank you, Ashley. See, to me, that's genocide. Like, if you go after a group of people, right, that's not a good thing. The retrograde is getting me too. Yeah, I'm backwards saying everything. Crazy backwards conversation. Yeah, Ashley's on point. She's pretty smart, Ashley, about a lot of things. And yoga too. But Ashley knows all about kind of the inside workings of certain things and certain things in Hollywood. She's pretty on point. big time. And she's also extremely compassionate and extremely kind. So there's that. Sloan, they sold their oxygen before it happened. Okay, they sold their oxygen? What does that mean? You mean the oxygen in the air? How do you sell that? Yeah, Ashley up there. Ashley Yoga. Yes, exactly. Ashley's lovely. She truly is. But how did they sell their how do you sell your whatever you call it? How do you sell your oxygen before, like, I can't sell the oxygen outside because it lives in the world, right? Oh, the tanks, all of their all of their oxygen tanks. It's fake in India. Listen to their citizens. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're reporting or whatever. You know, each country will find a weather reason. Ah, I got you. I got you. They're going to find a reason to do whatever. Got you. Got you. Hospital tanks. Forgive me. I'm like a little bit brain dead. So, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I know Monsanto, right? Gemini divorcing Sag, and he's trying to use our daughter as a weapon. Okay, well, let's talk about that. Yeah, there you go, Ashley. Cute Ashley. Yeah, she has I know, she's just, Ashley is lovely. I remember meeting Ashley, and oh my God, it was very interesting to hear. I'm not going to say your story, but it was very interesting to hear where she's come from, where she's gone, and how much she has really evolved, and what a kind spirit she is, truly. Her parents are so lucky. She's so kind. She looks after her dad. Well, her dad passed now. And her mom, she's a good daughter. She's a good daughter, you know, and she was good. And she went through a tremendous, difficult time when I met her. And then she went okay, and then she's even more okay now. So there you go. It's even more okay. Beautiful, Ashley, honestly. Beautiful. Like, it's so nice to see somebody experience such thing. It's not nice to see that, but them to come out of it and to be strong and vibrant and kind amongst adversity, actually, and tremendous adversity. So I'm going to say it like that, but it really is lovely to see, because it shows you it can be done. And really the only reflection that we have on ourselves is how we treat people in life. So there. I see you, Ashley. Oh my God, I see you. I know. I remember the first time you came to my house. Remember? I remember. I remember. And then I went to your studio. Yeah, I remember. Exactly. But no, talk about that. When you're in a marriage, whoever said there's somebody tarot, they're Gemini divorcing a Sag. You understand that's on the axis, though, because we're having the eclipse with the North Node in Gemini, South Node in Sag, right? I do see hearts around my little Ashley. There you go. Yeah. So no, okay. So okay, wherever you are, tarot card reader above, here's the trick with being triggered. Okay. So how do I want to word it? Because I got triggered for many years. So when people say shitty things to you, there you are, the High Priestess Tarot 610 right there. First of all, just because somebody says something to you, the eclipse is getting me too, really, quite frankly. But just because somebody says something to you that is horrible, tells you they're going to take your daughter from you in a divorce, that's their opinion. That's their opinion. And I know people get scared, especially if you're a woman. These men will come along and say, I'm going to take your kids. That's why a lot of women stay many decades in a marriage, is because they want their kids to love them. This is understandable. And they don't want to fight somebody who's a bully. This is also understandable. However, since you are talking about you're actually getting divorced and not being triggered, you first have to step back and realize that just because somebody says something to you, just because somebody says something to you about taking your daughter, this goes to court. Nobody's going to take a drug, oh yeah, a hair follicle exam. And yeah, you know, he's going to accuse you of everything. You're going to have to stand in your power and just say, yeah, that's fine. They always say you're a drug addict. Then the next word is whore. Then the next word is slut. Then the next word is you cheated on me. You embezzled my money. You stole this. I'm going to fuck you up. It's all manipulation. So it's from a very weak-minded person. If you got a drug test and you didn't, you know, you had no, there's Anthony from Toronto, Curious George. We're working on freeing you, Anthony. most men are like this when you fight them in a divorce. Okay, so most men, I mean, most men I talk with, people I talk with, I don't know about in real society, but they come. Divorce is hard, but divorce has been going on a long time. So when somebody threatens you in a divorce, you have to understand the child is half your child. Like you are, let's look at it even in a different way. You are responsible to pay for your daughter. Yeah, mine as well. Anyway, you are responsible to pay for your daughter just like he is. It's not a matter of him taking her. You have a God-given responsibility because you and he brought your daughter in. Okay, and unless there's some kind of sick abuse going on in the family, like, sexual abuse or trafficking kids or, being in Hollywood as a director and using your boys as, to pimp out your kids to other people, unless there's something like that, then both parents have an obligation to pay for their child. That's not up to either parent to cut out, right? So that's not for that to be done. When somebody manipulates you and you feel triggered, the only thing I can tell you, and it's the only thing I can tell you, because I used to get so triggered in my marriage, oh my God, that I would get up in the middle of the night and start screaming, okay, because it would bug me so much. I had no self-control. That is called reactive abuse. So when you're talking about that, that's called reactive abuse. When somebody goads you into a response using your vulnerabilities, so saying something shitty about whatever they consider to be your vulnerabilities. Like, let's say you were sexually abused in childhood and the man that you're married to wants to bring up that you're an incest victim and triggers your fucking ass, and you look crazy with what you're saying. You're like, you fly off the handle, and they want to say that because to them, they know that they can get you with that. So the first thing you have to do is you have to not respond to what these stupid people say, right? You have to not respond to it. Anything they threaten you with, it doesn't matter what they say, because if it goes to court, I don't know how it is where you are. I don't know what state you're in or how that works. But when it goes to court, I'm assuming that there's somebody who's going to speak on your behalf, and you have to learn the law around your court. In your court, in your city. And then you just have to, when they trigger you, first of all, if he's threatening to take your daughter, don't speak with him until you have to go to court. So have a third party. There are things you can, yeah, it is narcissistic abuse. I know what it is. It's like when they threaten you. I heard this fun one tonight at dinner from somebody where the husband, this is after many decades of marriage, but the husband, with an unfair balance now, decides that he's going to get spousal support. He's going to do it. He's going to stop the woman from working. So when you're talking about stuff like that, first of all, no man or woman has any choice of saying what they're going to stop you from doing or not doing. That's going to be ordered in a court. And I'm assuming that since your partner's not best friends with the judge, that, yeah, the threats are, they're manipulation to get you to be controlled. The best thing you can do with somebody who says, I'm going to take the kid, because I guarantee you, yeah, Aries do suck. I guarantee you, no offense to any Aries on here, I guarantee you, my whole time, 30 years of doing readings, I had many a woman come, I'm afraid he's going to take the kids, okay? I said, tell him to take the kids. That guy ain't going to want to take the kids. He's going to want to get the piece of ass and take off. He's never going to want to babysit those kids. The men don't want to do it. He just knows that you want that. That's what he knows that you want. So tell him, sure, do whatever you got to do, whatever you say. That's right, whatever you say. And don't argue with him, because you're arguing with a person who doesn't even like you, or they wouldn't say that. Who says they're going to take the kids from the other parent? Who says that? Who says that? Yeah, well, Aries sucks in my life. I'm just going to say it that way. Okay, no offense to any Aries, I said. And somebody else said that on here. But all I was going to say, wait, I had no idea. No, it wasn't last night's lunar eclipse. It's on the 26th of May. Yeah, no offense to any Aries. I'm just saying, if you marry them, every court has its own rules. Exactly. But the only thing that you can do when you're in a war with somebody is say, do what you've got to do, because you can't stop them. They're going to do it anyway. Nothing you're going to do is stop them. But if you're not a drug addict and you're not a maniac, they're probably not going to take your kids from you, right? So there's Toronto again. So that's how I would word that. And to not be triggered, you have to not allow them to speak to you. You have the power of who speaks to you. Wait, is an Aries. Too many surprises. Yeah, well, you have to not let the person speak to you when they're being manipulative and abusive, because that's abusive to threaten to take your kids. It's abusive to threaten you with anything, to take your job away, to take your house away, to take your children away, to alienate the kids behind your back. This is abuse behavior. So you don't allow them to do that. You cut them off. You just don't speak to them. You block their number. You just don't do it. That's all you do. Oh my God, there you go. They killed her, right? Okay, of course she was writing a book about her ex-husbands. I bet you she freaking was. But you don't allow them to do it. You have the control over your life. The man or the woman, if you're fighting, whichever one, they don't have any control over you. They may bug you, but when you watch what they're saying, it's their little weak self threatening you. I have a restraining order on him. Great. That never stopped a man. With my first husband, he came and beat my ass, crawled through a window after he got out of jail for beating me to beat me again. Yeah, before I could phone the police. This was before cell phones, but he was in and out of my house and the police never notified me that he got out of jail. And he came in and kicked my fucking ass before I could even get to the phone. I was right there. I was in the middle of, getting strangled with from the curtain rod thing around my neck. So yeah, the restraining order thing, you still got to watch your back because they're fluffing your pillows. Exactly. You still have to, this is many years ago. You still have to watch your back. Take your child. No, but she can't take her child and move either, because even though the husband's a dick, he still has legal rights, and then she'd be kidnapping and putting herself in jeopardy. It's better to go through the court system. He said he would kill me if yeah, okay, there, exactly. So I wouldn't just up and take the kid, especially if you're in the process of a divorce, because that's spousal, what do they call that? When the parent kidnaps the kid and then that person goes to, whatever. I'm telling you, restraining order is a piece of paper. I got my ass kicked. Exactly. Okay, don't do black magic on him. Wait, sunshine. What is that one sunshine? She's like, do black magic on him. Get some of his hair. Test it for drugs. Better yet, right? Don't use your daughter's name on social media. Yeah, I don't think she did. Oh yeah, don't use your daughter's name on social media, right? And don't say anything about him on social media either. Just basically post boring shit, whatever you do. Yeah, no, it's a piece of paper. But if he triggers you, ask yourself what's triggering you, because I think it's probably the fear that he's going to be able to do what he says, and he's no more capable of doing it than you are. And so, or anybody is. So the whole world, voodoo dolls, I keep stabbing the voodoo doll, but nobody's capable of doing anything really. Okay, you can't stop that up there with black magic and hire a hitman. You can't do that. No. You have to actually just go through it. So don't allow the manipulative person in your presence. It's your presence. You have power. Don't allow them around you. They're not good enough to speak to you. So don't speak to them. I know, right? You can't say that, right, Jen? We can't say that. But you don't allow them to speak to you. They're not allowed to speak to you. And they do parent alienation. They talk behind the kids' backs. They call and tell them the mom's a slut, a whore, a drug dealer, a bitch, a this, a that, all of that. That's what they say. So if you divorce in Tennessee, I can tell you the laws no one tells you. There you go. Sandy Morris can tell you in Tennessee. See, yeah, there's this is what has to, well, no, you have to, you literally, I'm not the one saying do black magic. I'm not saying that. Or the other thing, that's coming from Sunshine, One Sunshine. But what I'm saying is when somebody triggers you, it's because you have a fear that what they're saying is true. It's not true. They have no more rights to anything than you. They have no more rights to anything than you. Nothing. And even if they do, present you as a maniac, you know who you are. And when you walk in court, they're going to look at you. They're going to know who you are. If you're sober, you're sober. That's why I always stayed sober in my marriage, because these bitches use it against you. So you were never going to accuse me of using drugs and alcohol. I shouldn't have to live my life like that, actually deflecting from every single thing in my life because somebody would use it against me. But I had to do that because it was going to be used against me. I wasn't going to let anyone take... I'm now afraid of sunshine. Exactly. I wasn't going to let anyone take my kids, and I was going to stay with my kids till they were grown. So I learned really young. Don't do drugs. Don't do alcohol. Don't break down. Keep going to work. Keep doing it, and let them say whatever they want to say, because what they say doesn't matter. They're not in control of you, and God knows they're not in control of you. And anybody who says stuff like that is wrong. Why are you going to take the kids? Why are you going to, I hear all day long, I'm going to take the kids, I'm going to take the house, I'm going to take your business, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take that, la, la, la. It's disgusting. It's abusive. It is spousal abuse. And so people who don't understand that, I don't know what to say, but you know, I'd love to see your husband on here. Oh no, he's not invited on here. Sorry. He knows what he did, and we're not married anymore. So there's that. But anyway, yeah, no, 30 years was enough for me. I don't, need to go through that anymore. It's enough. And Keith died. And so, it's enough. But what I'm saying to you is, when somebody's manipulative like that, threatens to take your daughter, what you need to do, and you don't need to stay in any kind of circumstance at all where somebody's manipulative and abusive, name calling, alienating, doing anything like that. The only reason women do it, and I know many who do because they call, they're clients and they're friends, but the reason they do it is because they don't have, it really boils down to, they put themselves in a position of not being able to earn enough money, right? I never married, raised a son with his father apart. That's smart. Sloan, I think Jana might be tipsy. Jana, are you tipsy? Well, she can be tipsy if she wants to be. She's a big girl. But the only reason a lot of my clients stayed in marriages, learn when you are being controlled. Oh, absolutely. Took me a long fucking time to learn it, right? Yeah, took me a long time. Keith actually died. Okay, so I moved into my studio in September of 2019. And I left. My son was 24. I raised them. I stayed. And Jason was 28. Well, 27, turning 28. And I stayed long enough. They were adults. And then Keith died September, October, November. I can't even add. About 8 months later after I left. And so, once again, when you leave, you get blamed for the death of the child, even though it's a motorcycle accident. It's actually really disgusting, and I won't tolerate it. But it took me a long time to leave as well. It took me a long time to decide that I don't need to be around people that don't have my best interests at heart. So that's what I'm going to say. And I'll tell you something. For as strong as everybody thinks I am, I never left my children because, oh yeah, it turns you against marriage. Absolutely. I wasn't for marriage when I got married, to tell you the truth. I don't know why I know why I got married, but I don't know why I got married. But I stayed married. Like, I truly took the commitment seriously to raise my children. And once again, I only cared about my children. Here's the problem. The problem is, exactly. The problem is with staying with your children is if you're engaged in a war with your spouse and it's verbally abusive, and no, I was weak or I would have left, honestly. I got blamed I got blamed the day after Keith died. I can't even tell you the shit that was said, but I have it on tape. That goes out there to you spies out there. I have that shit on tape. It doesn't matter. No one cares. My point is, if you stay in a situation for your kids, but you are fighting the family members around you for your value, your kids hate you and it brings them up in a bad thing. So actually, it's always better to get a divorce or to separate from anybody that you're fighting a war with that's supposed to be your marriage partner. That's how I want to say it. It's just better to do that, right? Okay, wait, what are you saying, Jana Angel? What? Well, you make choices. I did stay just for the kids. I stayed for my children, but not, not, it was for selfish reasons. I wanted my kids to love me. That's the truth. It was very hard in our house for my children because it was 3 men and 1 woman. And when the woman is sober and she doesn't want certain things going on, the kids don't necessarily like that. So to me, I learned a lot in this life, but it was very much like a war, like a civil war in the house. It wasn't a good environment. And so I stayed so my kids would love me. Like I didn't want them to forget who I was. And then when I left, my son left. So now I don't have my son. My other son's here, but I'm saying Keithy. So yeah, no, they don't think there's apology. So they think they're right. But yeah, it's just, this is what happens. This is what happens. So, and then there's, yeah, exactly. But I tried. I stayed married and it was 30 years, 33. But I tried. I gave it everything and I was completely sober, and I can tell you the whole house wasn't. Well, the kids were when they were little. But what I'm saying is even if it's just a matter of being with an addict, you can't be with that if you're sober, because you're never going to win, because their behavior is out of control. So it's just not going to be that way. So for whoever is out there and anybody is, let's see, what name? I use Two-Faced. I use Two-Faced down here, nude, what is it? Nude. It's called Nude. And then I use Estelle's, Jaffa Cosmetics. I think it's Blanco 1. I use that all here and here. And then for my melasma here, which is, pregnancy marks and all of that. And addicts are horribly selfish. And when you raise children with them, they will always defer from their shitty behavior onto you, no matter what. And that's it. No, not you, Jana. Jana Day. No, not you, Jana. The other Jana. You're not drunk, Jana. I don't know that either Jana's drunk. But anyway, when you, too many people, well, you know what? Once you have kids, maybe you don't understand. Maybe you're really young. Maybe you don't get it. Maybe you don't even understand what's happening and why it's happening. Maybe, very toxic. And so toothpaste, I don't have toothpaste. Do I need it? Can you smell? No, I'm okay. So dye your hair blonde if you want. But the problem is when you stay too long, yes, Born This Way Foundation, yes. And then I use Estelle's Jaffa Cosmetics Foundation up here. So I kind of do this and this. Yeah, when it's very important that if you're going to marry a man, or a woman, I guess, but I hear it more the other way. If you're going to marry a man, you should probably marry somebody that has a respect for women and doesn't call them whore or slut and then try to turn your kids against you. Alcoholic, the same thing. Yeah, when you grow up with it. But alcoholism is vile. They start drinking and then they start smirking and saying shit at you, but you don't have to respond. The problem is when you can't get away from them in a house and you have kids, right? You're stuck in that house and they can get in your face. I mean, you can lock the bedroom door, that's true, but it's a problem. I couldn't last 30 years. Well, no, I didn't do better than you. I was weak. Because I didn't have any strength to leave. I had nervous breakdowns and stuff, as I've said, for many years. Okay, so I was in and out of psychiatric visits and all of that stuff because I had tremendous anxiety and, so many problems. And it started when Jimmy died because he had a drug addiction that nobody was paying attention to. And then he died when I had Keith. So that triggered me and off it went, right? So don't get married. Yeah, marriage is just really not a good thing. And then they threaten you, I have that book, Codependent No More. I just read it, and Libra Lori gave it to me. So yeah. Verbal abuse. No, I'm telling you, I literally thought I was responsible for everything from Vietnam. I started to say, hi, I'm a bad mother and a bad person. That's the only way I could handle it. I just had to throw it back out there, what they were saying to me, because it was like, okay, I'm bad, completely bad. And that's the way it is. But it's very difficult. And then when you leave them, they threaten to take your work, your job, your money. And it's like, okay, I'm a grown-ass woman. I don't think you can do that. But they think they can do it. So, yeah, this shit just goes around and around like that. That's the stuff that happens. Yeah. Bipolar doesn't help either. Wait, I wonder if Sloan knows she's off. I don't know. What am I off? Off the camera? Wait, let's look. Oh, the feed is buffering. Oh my God, is it? Is it buffering? Let's see. Let's see if it's buffering. Hold on. Okay, I'm tuning into my live. Hold on. I can't see it. Oh no, here I am. I'm looking at myself, talking to myself. And no, it looks like I'm okay. It looks like I'm okay. Oh no, it says something went wrong over here. This is funny. I just started sweating. My curtain's shut. But anyway, for anybody out there going through a divorce, when the other partner, I don't know why it's buffering. I can't figure this out. Anyway, the other partner, whoever the abusive person is threatening you, you need to not listen to them. And you can say, I'm out of here. I'm not paying attention. If you have to live in the same house with them, make sure you spend as much time as you can out of the house. Go hiking, go running, go walking, take your kids, stay away from them physically. When you come home, go run errands, come home just a smidgen, walk in that door, but don't give them any time. Start avoiding. If they start screaming at you, turn your back. It's a good one when people call me names. I just turn my back like this and I walk away now. They hate it when you walk away, but I don't have to put up with it. So they hate it. Hate it, but that's a problem, right? Was I buffering? Yeah, probably. No, you're not. Okay. Well, no, not buffering here. Yeah, I can't tell. YouTube has been funky for the last few hours. It has. So anyway, anybody going through that circumstance, what that is, anybody who tries to manipulate you by threatening you is a problem. I used to swear at my ex-husband in French. I used to put my hand up and go, no one cares what you have to say. No one cares. But see, here's the problem with people, manipulative people, and this can be for women too, is they go behind, this system exactly is trying to, but I'm not saying anything. I'm just talking about divorce. The problem is when there's parent alienation. Okay. Mercury retrograde shadow. When there's parental alienation, the problem is, be absent. That's what you've never seen anybody go hiking as much or run errands for 500 hours to avoid listening to people who would actually, here's the thing, I'm going to tell you something, which I probably shouldn't say publicly, but I'm just going to go out there with it. When I used to tell my kids it's not okay to do drugs, to drink, to take fentanyl, to do cocaine, this consensus in the house from the three men and their father was, well, only religious people are sober. Nobody can be sober like you. When you tell your kids that, your kids are going to have a drug problem. When you don't set your rules down, your kids are going to have a fucking drug problem. So it's really interesting that all the kids had a freaking drug problem. And I'm just saying, so when you do that to children and you justify alcoholic or drug behavior, okay, get a carry, conceal, and train. Exactly, and fucking shoot them if they come near you. When you justify people doing drugs, everybody does drugs. Oh yes, dark entities. Yes, of course it could be. When somebody says everybody does drugs, nobody can be as sober as you, nobody can be as righteous as you. They're putting you down and they're justifying and enabling drug behavior. Remember that. Don't let anybody tell you that. There's a lot of people. Do you see anything? Old mistress. Okay, hold on. I got to look at this now. Thank you for the super chat. It is enabling. If you don't say to your kids, don't do drugs, you're enabling them. And if you don't tell them what happens, you're enabling them. And if you make fun of their mother for being sober and saying that she's a kook because she's sober, nobody can be as perfect and sticking on it like that, you're passive aggressive and abusive, right? Oh yeah, yes, of course. I didn't realize it, actually. I didn't understand. I was 21. Okay, so do you see anything regarding my old mistress popped up? I have an uneasy feeling he refused to block her. Okay, wait, what is your name here? Janelle, honey, if an old mistress, yeah, Oh yeah, no, I know how to shut them down. No, I don't believe addiction is a disease. I'm gonna go fucking head to toe with that. Our society condones everything under the name of disease. Let me tell you about a disease. Being born with something that you have no control over is a disease. If you choose to ingest alcohol or cocaine or fentanyl or Xanax or whatever the hell it is that you're ingesting, or eat 500 things of French fries, whatever you decide to do, this is not water. No one ever has an addiction to water. Okay? I don't see anybody with a fucking addiction to water. I see them with these addictions that they call a disease. So why don't you call drinking water a disease? Food is slightly different because we have to eat food. So when we have to eat food, we have to make choices, right? So we make choice, like if you have to eat, you can't just go like 5 months without eating or 30 years without eating. So you have to retrain your brain to eat, to feed the body, not just feed your emotional anxiety, which I think a lot of eating disorders are, or that they need to cover some sort of trauma, right? To bring up your abuse as a child is unforgivable. Wait, to bring up, what do you mean? Oh yeah, that is unforgivable. Yep, it is. Yep, rubbish. Now I'm the same. Yeah, I know. It's whatever. But for people that say Xanax destroys, well, it's all destroying people. Fetal alcohol syndrome. Oh my God, right? That's very difficult because the mother did it while in utero. No addiction to veggies either. I know. I know, right? But here's the problem. It's not a disease. It's not a disease the way that they try to make it is. And I'm sorry if people don't like me. This is just my opinion. But here's the problem. Okay, here's the problem with it. The problem is with addiction, we go, oh, they were drunk. Oh, they were high. I just had that said to me this week. I was drunk. I don't remember. Well, that's not my fucking problem. You're a moron who drinks so much they can't even know what they're saying, you out of control idiot. You shouldn't even have car keys. When people say that, you shouldn't even have car keys if you can't fucking remember what you said, right? So that's a choice. And we should never condone someone because they are drunk or high. Well, he was really high when he broke into the house and shot the old man. No, not okay. Not okay. So the fact that as a society, addiction is not a disease, it's a choice. I've been fighting people my whole life on this. I got in trouble for that as a kid. I got in tremendous trouble for that. But I feel we really succumb to the lowest denominator in our society. Do you think it's left over from last lifetime? Oh, it could be. Absolutely. It could be. And it can be all I'm not saying it can't be any of those things. There can be a karmic reason that you're an addict for sure. There can be soul ties from a past life to this life. Absolutely. But all I'm telling you is if you have children and you're a fucking alcoholic around your children, or you're snorting cocaine, or you're calling their mother a whore, you're going to raise children, okay? No, the addiction isn't a choice, but drinking alcohol or snorting cocaine is a choice. That's a choice. The addictive part of it is the body's reaction to what you do. Salt addict here, but it's to what you ingest in your body, the addiction happens. That's a biochemical reaction to what you put into your body. Your choice to go sit down in a bar and drink is your choice. Your choice to go buy cocaine is your choice. Your choice to do Xanax and drink is your choice. The second a beer was picked up, they left me. Yeah, exactly. So I feel addicted to chocolate, but still your choice. It's not like you have to eat dinner every night. So it's more precarious if you have an addiction to food, right? It's more precarious because you have to sit down and eat dinner. So that becomes a whole landmine of problems. That is a little bit of a problem. But no, pretty much everybody around here is an addict, actually, in Los Angeles. Everybody is a fucking addict. It's outrageous what's going on. They're all over the street. They're everywhere. But what I'm saying is, and this was said in my family, you can't be like your mother. She's perfect. That's a way of mocking you for not falling prey. And then they say, you know, not everybody does drugs. When you say everybody does drugs, you are setting your children up for failure. Period. Predisposed allergy. Yeah, that's what John used to say about Jimmy. He wouldn't have died of a cocaine overdose if he didn't have an allergy to it. That's the bullshit he told my kids, which is bullshit because if you overdose and overdose and overdose, that's not an allergy. I've yet to see somebody go and eat peanuts after they have anaphylactic shock with their throat, okay? And then they go to the hospital. I have yet to see somebody actually go back and eat the fucking peanuts or shrimp or shellfish or whatever, okay? So the fact that a cocaine addict or whatever says it's an allergy and that's why they overdosed more than 4 times, that's not an allergy. That is a choice, and you're making a fucking choice. That's a choice. It's not an allergy because nobody is in the hospital from eating the peanut butter that shut their throat down or going out and getting, I mean, you may from getting stung by bees. Wait, I meant little Lila's. Lila's very psychic, my rascal. But it's very interesting what we do in this society. I'm addicted. I feel it's my choice. Well, if you want to be addicted, it is. And I'm not saying once the substance gets in your body that that doesn't cause a reaction. Okay, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying to you is it's not like food where you actually have to go home and stock your fridge. And you do have to eat at least once a week. Okay, I mean, I don't know. But you do not have to drink beer. Like that doesn't have to come anywhere around you. You do not have to drive to a bar. You don't have to drink. Do people really think, yeah, my husband said it was an allergy why his son died. He told my boys that. He told them that his son, that their brother died of an allergy. That's what he called a cocaine overdose, was an allergy. I fought that tooth and nail. Just don't marry into a family where they have that same belief system because it's fucking crazy, okay? Of course, well, you are poisoning your body, but here's the thing. If you are allergic to peanut butter, okay, and you've eaten peanut butter and you didn't know that there was peanut butter, right? Wait, my daughter's due date is May 25th is being, oh, yeah, it is. It means her whole life's going to be whatever happens during this time and Jupiter's connected to it. Anyway, your daughter's going to be born then. It doesn't matter. You can't stop it, right? Yeah, they like to say you're boring because you don't drink or do drugs. When they find out what kind of a toll it takes on their life, they're going to think it's not boring. But here's the thing. Here's the thing with it. The actual reality is of it. Yeah, I don't hate anybody, but I just, yeah, whatever. It's, you've got to really watch who you procreate with because sometimes there's an energy in there and sometimes, whatever. If you need, yeah, I don't know. But let's say you didn't know you were allergic to peanut butter and you went and ate peanut butter. Suddenly your throat's closing. You're getting your heart stops. Your throat closes. You're in full anaphylactic shock, right? So you're fully anaphylactic shock from peanut butter. Oh my God. Do you go out and then say, mosey on up to a bar and say, you know what? I agree with what you're saying. What I eat is a choice. It is, but it's a little bit harder with food because you have to eat. But let's say you go, do you run into a bar and do you go in the bar, do you go, can you give me some peanut butter? I just died and my heart stopped and they had to pump my stomach and I got anaphylactic shock and the eyes popped out of my head and I almost died. Do you actually say that? No, you don't go near peanut butter again. You wear a bracelet saying I'm allergic to peanut butter. You do everything. Is there peanut oil in this? Is there peanut butter in this? It's funny how cocaine addicts, fentanyl addicts, Xanax addicts, potheads, alcoholics, and I mean full-on potheads that are smoking bongs of weed all day long. It's really funny how these people will overdose, get up, go back and do it again. So that's very interesting. So just like figure that one out. Anyway, that's my theory on that one. But my point is, and this is going back to the woman that just asked me, I think her name was Jeanette, Pisces and alcoholics, and they were always fighting and acted like they hate each other all the time. Yeah, the problem is if you have one addict and one sober person, it's really bad combustible mix. And the addict basically just hates you for being sober. So you're going to get nailed the whole time you're around them. You're just going to get nailed. Okay, so here's what I was going to say to Jeanette, who's talking about her kids. No, talking about her husband's mistress coming back into the picture. And he refuses to block her. Here's the thing. Get a divorce from him because he's not serious about being married to you. I know you're going to tell me, no, you can't. Leave him, because he's not going to block the mistress. Then he already had a mistress is what you're telling me, which means he already cheated on you, which means he's not even considering of your feeling. And I know, well, I kind of like peanut butter sometimes, but I'm not allergic to it. Anyway, Jeanette or Janetta, I forget. Sorry. But anyway, just literally, no, you can't, but you can't OD on pot. But let me tell you something, and I don't know if you know this. In Los Angeles, you will get a drunk driving, but it's not drunk driving, intoxicated driving from pot, and they do have a legal limit which impairs your ability to think. And I don't know that you can't die from pot, because that's exactly why they think my birth mother died, because it slowed her heart down so much and she had a fucking heart attack, okay? That's actually what they said. So I don't know. It's not the same as cocaine. That's true. But you will get a ticket for the same as DUI, whatever, intoxication, driving under the influence. That's it. Driving under the influence. And you will actually do harm to your brain, your mylar lining, everything in your brain if you continue to use large amounts. Obviously, nothing in moderation. Don't always defend weed to me, because weed makes you stupid if you're smoking it every day of your life. I'm sorry. It just does. The way that they're smoking it now, everybody's on fucking weed, right? So that's what I'm going to say. I know you weed smokers are going to get mad at me, and I don't care if you smoke weed. Do whatever the hell you want. It's happening on different lives also. Must be YouTube. Yeah, it is driving under the influence in LA. That's what it is doing. That was told to me by people in the police department, actually. So yeah, that does. It makes you lazy. I don't know if the government approves it. Why are you guys doing it? How do you think the fentanyl got in this country? They've got something called Perk 30s out there. I not use antidepressant. I've never tried it, but should I not use? Well, if you feel, I don't tell anyone not to use anything. Exercise, they say, is, no, I'm not being ruthless. I'm telling the fucking truth. Yeah, I don't know what to, some people who smoke don't get wasted. Well, then you have no need to smoke it, right? Oh, glaucoma. Oh my God, you have glaucoma at 38. That must be genetic. I know they smoke weed for the pressure from glaucoma, so that's okay. Everything is okay in moderation, obviously. I want to burn my house down because YouTube is doing this. Don't do that, One Sunshine. No. Do some black magic on YouTube. Yeah, fentanyl is very, well, here's the thing with the fentanyl. It's coming into this country in massive amounts, but from where? China, on the internet, on the black market. And we don't even know what it is. So we, 3 men and 1 little woman. Yeah, well, outnumbered when the men have no respect for women. That's right. When they don't think anything of the woman in the house because they don't like their own mother. That's correct. Meaning, I'm talking about their father. But yeah, when they don't have respect for the woman in the house. And when you fight back, they go, look, how can we have respect for you? That's what they do. You got to fight back, though. If you're going to call me something, I'm going to go right up in your face and say that's not accurate. I'm not going to fight you all the time. I did when I was younger, but yeah, see, you gotta, the way that I would word it, do whatever you want, but anything in moderation is okay. Anything in moderation is okay. It's all okay in moderation. It's not a problem, really. But it's when you become dependent on it. And I don't care if you're dependent like me and my Starbucks coffee. That's an addiction. That's an addiction. But if you're in a marriage with somebody and it sounds like that woman's husband, the mistress, that he won't do it, it sounds like he's a narcissist because he already got caught. She's the mistress, meaning the wife already caught him with a mistress. Fucking piece of shit guy with a mistress. Okay, here's the thing. And this was told to me by a man in my life at one point. I had a mistress with my first wife, but she cheated first. Okay, smart man. Here's what I'm going to say to you. If your husband or wife cheats, instead of getting a mistress, how about you fucking file for divorce? How about that? These situations, yeah, how about that? How about you just get a divorce? So the fact, the fact that your husband had a mistress who's communicating with him now and you're not being respected, okay, and you're not being respected, then I would say you need to divorce him or at least separate because he is not going to be faithful to you at all. At all. That's what it is. Selenite's very good. I know men always think they can have mistresses and then they whine. My wife didn't give me sex. Guess what, asshole? Get a divorce. My wife's a bitch and a this and a that. Yeah, you just want what you want. Let the mistress have them, loser. Right? Oh, Tanya B, good one. I know these men, I've heard it, but my wife cheated first, so I got a mistress. So let me get this right. Your wife went out and fucked whoever she fucked, right? Yes, be mature. Yes, that's right. That's what I'm saying. So your wife went out and fucked whoever she fucked, but she didn't take family money out of the house to get a second apartment and a mistress to play tit for tat. Hello. Or wine and dine the mistress, tit for tat. Yeah, I think men hate me. They do hate me. I mean, I you know, whatever. Probably because I'm not going to put up with shit. I can't put up with shit in my life. I'm not putting up with it. If you don't describe me correctly in my motivations and you try to tell me I'm something I'm not 20 anymore, I'm not going to put up with it. I'm not going to do it. That's what I'm not going to do. And you shouldn't either. And I'm going to get jelly beans. That's another addiction I have, right? Should be a no-brainer. Why get married if... Yes, exactly. But no, she's already saying, Mindy, she's already saying, the young woman that just texted me or messaged me, she is already saying that she called this other woman her husband's mistress. She already caught him cheating, okay? She already caught him cheating. And the mistress popped back up. Of course, it is a retrograde, so these mistresses are going to do that. You killed YouTube. Did I? Am I pissing everybody off? Oh, well. So I feel when you have a mistress that you should, good for you, I'm the same. Yeah, I feel if you have a mistress and you don't block this bitch, talking about the woman that asked me the question, with a man who doesn't even like you. Yeah, the man can't like you if he has a mistress, and if he made a mistake and had an affair, but I don't know how your dick getting hard is a mistake. I love it when men say, I didn't really like her. Well, why did you stick your dick in someone you didn't really like? Are you actually sadomasochistic or are you just a bitch? I mean, that's just so dumb. It's like saying I was drunk, I didn't mean to, or I was high, I forgot what I was said. I know you needed. I'm sorry, I'm on the rant. Anyway, the woman with the husband with the mistress, the fact that he won't block her means he's not going to stay faithful. That's what that means. Or if you made a mistake and he had an affair and he apologized to you and made amends, I can totally respect that. But that's not what he's doing. He's saying he's not going to block her. No, they're not worth fighting for. He probably, I know, Deidre, you and I know this. Yeah, he's not worth it. He's not worth it. He's not worth it. Stuck in time, girl. Wish I could hear you. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, he's not worth it. I'm just saying, it's not worth it. Nothing. When you get to a certain age and you realize what you put out, YouTube cut her stream off. Did it cut my stream off? I can't tell. I have to look here to see. I'm gonna look up. Can you guys not see me? Can you guys not see me anywhere? That cut it. Damn YouTube. Wait, sleep with a man who cheats on his woman. You end up with a guy who cheats on his woman. Yeah, and cheats on you. That's what you end up with. That's right. Bingo. Exactly. Exactly. It's not cut. Oh, what's not cut? Okay, I'm looking. It looks like I'm on here. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm crazy. I feel like I'm crazy right now. Okay, I can see myself. Can you guys not see me? Oh, no, I am buffering. You're right. We can see and hear you. Okay, I was buffering down here. No, I don't feel free. I don't feel free. My son died. You guys know this. I'm going to keep saying it. But yeah, ever since Keithy died, no, I took a lot of that responsibility and guilt, and it was a little bit much for me. So it was a little bit destructive when you keep hearing you're the reason your son died because you got the, you left. It's a little bit of a fucking problem for me, actually. I will say prayers for your daughter. So yes, I will say prayers. People with slow internet, YouTube cut her stream off. Okay, not working again. Yes, okay, I'm in Jersey. Wait, you're crazy is my sanity. Yeah, I remember. I know they call you names. Let's see. I think you have so many people or something is why it's buffering. No, this is the least people I've had. I'm getting cut off, y'all. No, we are all responsible for our choices. And just because you fall in love with somebody does not mean you should fucking marry them. You cannot change them. You cannot save them. Um, you cannot. YouTube is, in general, is acting up. Okay, so we have acting up. Justice for Keithy. I know, my little do. My little do. Yeah, you ladies got it. You ladies, I think young women should know, cut off completely, an error occurred. Okay, you can see me. Some people can see me, some can't. La 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 la. I have anxiety. I'm giving y'all fucking anxiety right now. Yeah, I am still talking. Absolutely. Keeps cutting off. Something is wrong. I know. There's something wrong with my head exactly right now. You know what? Maybe this is something energetically going on, right? Right. It keeps buffering and you're spilling tea when you're, oh, see, that's got to be somebody on the other side fucking with me. So what about Bill Gates' divorce? What do we think about that, little Billy bitch Gates? What do we think about that? What do we think about that, little bitch Gates? What do we think? Do we think anything? Okay, just hit, you have to save yourself. You do, but at the expense of losing your children was never really something I wanted to do. So, spoke too soon. Oh my God. Okay, someone's going to try to hook up with him. I have no idea who's hooking up with who, but do tell. Do tell. I made bad choices dating. Oh, I can't even imagine doing that. I think there's a lot of bad choices on the planet because it seems like a lot of people are on freaking fentanyl. That's what I'm thinking. Thank you so much, you guys. I think a lot of people are on fentanyl right now. That's the problem because they're the whole street. If you go out there, it looks like a bunch of weird zombies. You can see me. Can you see this? There's a bunch of weird zombies on the street. Oh my God. Okay. So what do we think of Bill Gates? Look, wait, why is someone calling me a man again? She doesn't look like a man enough. Who's calling me a man, you fucktard? Just stop. Is there a face in the blanket? You see me. She took your advice. Okay, who, the girl? I don't know. Okay, someone did. All right. Dublin Fitzpatrick. What a cool name. It is. That's very Irish, isn't it? Hormones. Okay. Hormones went black. Okay. Sloan's been seeing tsunami warnings on the news. Are we getting one in California? One can only hope. I don't know. I mean, they have the HAARP. What is it called? HAARP? So they can pretty much do anything they want with weather, right? Not your fault. Oh, YouTube is whacking. You might be right about that. Whoever's talking about the tsunamis. Hold on. It's not your job to fix or save partners. Absolutely the fuck not. Nor is it your job to take abuse from their drug-addicted, alcoholic, bashing-ass, threatening mouths either. That's exactly right. Melinda Gates is a man. Oh, okay. Thank you. I thought you were calling me a man again. Yes, I heard Christy Teigen got thrown out of Macy's and thrown out of Sloan. Ready for it? I'm ready for it. I'm in the valley. It's not coming down here. They've been saying that since I was a little kid, though. That would take out the whole West Coast. I had the exact same dream. What does it mean? I have no idea. It means you're both in the same dream, though. Wait. I just forgot what I was going to say. Bill Gates seems like a giant fraud. Do you see him talking? Well, yeah, you may need, have you ever seen Bill Gates talk? Watch him talk on the news. He talks in salad in words, okay? He talks crazy in words. I love how it pauses you. You had your arms out like, I have to turn this off. I can't read this anymore, you guys. I can't. Oh.